Hi everybody, this is Kelly Hammond from Reno, Nevada, and we're going to be talking about how to have a happier life. So I'll wait for a few minutes for everybody to get on and tell me what they've been doing today. So it's Kelly Hammond and Reno, Nevada, and we're talking about how to have a happier life. I'll wait for a few minutes while people come on. Hi again, it's Kelly Hammond, and when you come on, say hi, tell us where you're from or what you've been doing today. So we're talking about how to have a happy life. Now, this is something that I've actually struggled with in my life, and I will share with you some of the things that I've done to actually have a happier life. In the past, I've let and allowed things in my past to exterior things to influence my happiness. Hello, Danny Cole. Glad you're watching tonight. Again, the topic is how to have a happier life. And again, I'm Kelly Hammond from Reno, Nevada. And again, it's something that I've struggled with my life, being happier. And so tonight, I'll share with you some of the things that I've done to have a happier life. Hello, Sherry Holt. Glad you could be here. Gaydina, glad you're here. Glad you can be here with us. Sue Bixby, Genter, hi. Kara Hammond, glad you're watching also. Again, we're talking about how to have a happier life. And so again, I've struggled with this myself. Hey Peggy, glad you're there. Thanks for the thumbs up. And so some of these things that I will be sharing with you are things that I've actually done to be happier. And some of the things are from what is called a 20-day happiness challenge. And I'll be putting the blog that I have with different links to the videos, to the YouTube videos that I'll be talking about, so that you can go back and watch them and listen to them. So I'll be talking about some books and about some videos. One of them is called the 21 Happiness Day Challenge, and it's an excellent thing. And so one of the first things I'll talk about is how I've become happier is being thankful. And the 21-day challenge says to write down 5 to 10 things every day that you're thankful for, that you keep a thankful or grateful journal. And you can get one of those journals really cheap at the dollar store, a composition notebook or anything like that, and every day write something down. Well, when I was on my mission, I was 22 years old, Indianapolis. There's Peggy, one of my adopted sisters from my mission, Indiana. And when I was on my mission, it was the first time away from home and everything that I had ever been familiar with. And I got really homesick, and I didn't know what to do. So I went to my mission president, and I told him, as President Floto, and I said, what do? I can't go home. I don't feel good about that. I want to stay, but I'm really homesick. And so he challenged me for the next month to only, in my personal prayers, to only pray about those things I was grateful for. So they were only thankful prayers. And so I said, okay, I'll try it. So the first night that I had my thankful prayer, the first thing that I thanked Heavenly Father for was oh, thank you so much for the green grass, ? And I didn't know what else to say because I really didn't know what to be grateful for because I was so homesick. And then the next night, the personal prayer went, thank you for the green grass and the blue sky. And it continued on until the end of the month. When the end of the month, the prayers of thankfulness were huge. The things that I was grateful for was just a list and a list and a list and a list. Tons and tons of things I found that I was grateful for. And interestingly, by the end of the month, the grass was greener. The sky was bluer, and the people in Indiana where I was serving were the most beautiful and kind and sweetest people. But the interesting part of this is nobody had changed, the grass didn't get greener, and the sky really didn't get bluer. What actually changed was me, and it was because I was being grateful and thankful for things. And once you start to be grateful for things, your mind will start to click and look for things that it actually is grateful for, which is a really cool thing. So that's the first thing that I've learned how to be happier in my life, is to be grateful and thankful for things. At night, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep, that's what I usually do, is I have a prayer of gratefulness or thankfulness. And I just start listing things I'm so thankful for. And by the end of the prayer, before the end of the prayer, I just fall asleep peacefully. The second thing that we can use to be happier in our lives is music. I actually have a playlist on YouTube, a big, huge list of songs that make me happy. I just play them to make me happy. And on the 20-day challenge of being happy, they say to make a playlist and to listen to at least one song or music that makes you happy every day, which is really easy. And it's really fun. So I challenge you guys to go out there and find some songs and music that make you happy. Now, I don't mean music that makes you want to fight or get in exercise necessarily, but music that makes you feel happy. Hello, Noel and Paul. Glad you could be here tonight. And then the third thing that I found to make me happier is called self-love. So that when you go into the mirror every day, look for one thing that you like about yourself. One thing. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it can be one thing. Is it the color of your eyes? Is it the way your eyebrows arch? Is it your hair? And tell yourself, I like your eyes. I like your hair. And it's the way your subconscious and your conscious will come together, realizing you're happy about yourself. Hello, Kelly May. Glad you be here tonight. Number 4, smile. Now, I know it sounds simple. However, the thing about smiling is that there's researchers that have found out that a fake smile or a real smile, your own, your brain doesn't know the difference between the two. Interesting, I thought, because I've done a lot of studying about it. The brain doesn't know the difference between really happy or fake happy. It gives off the same exact endorphins and chemicals as if you truly were happy. So when they say fake it till you make it, it's one of the reasons why you can fake it to be happy until you make it. So when you smile, realize the chemicals that you normally be giving off in your brain when you're happy are the exact same chemicals even when you're faking smiling, and your brain doesn't know the difference. Number 5, be in the now. Don't think of the future, don't think of the past, because we actually don't have any of the future and we don't have any of the past. We only have this very moment. Enjoy the moment. If you're with your kids, your grandkids, or just by yourself in a quiet car, or at the library, or at work, enjoy the moment. Savor the moment. Enjoy the time you're there. Number 6, happy thoughts. That's a fun one. When I think of Peter Pan, I think of happy thoughts. Because to be able to fly, Peter Pan needed to have happy thoughts. In the 21-day challenge to be happy, they want you to write down 5 to 10 things that make you happy. Now, they could be real things or imagined things, such as if you've never been to the beach, but you can imagine what it would be like. Those are your happy thoughts. And those things will put a smile on your face real quick. And again, real smile, fake smile, your brain doesn't know. Number 7, perspective and reframing. So this is something where if you have a negative thought, such as, oh, it's raining outside, that sucks, I can't go do XYZ. Reframing is, it's raining outside. How exciting. The plants are getting watered. I don't have to water the plants today. And let's go do something inside, such as go see a movie. It's reframing. Another thing is to change the negative into a positive also, which is similar to reframing. So instead of saying, I have to, I've got to go to work, I've got to change the diaper on the baby, I've got to let the dog out. Instead of saying that, you can say, I get to go to work, I get to change a diaper, I get to take the dog out, because you're now changing it from something that's labor intensive to something you don't like to something you want to like and that you cherish doing because you have the opportunity to do it. So that's number 7. Number 8, be authentic to yourself as well as other people. You can't be anybody else, nor can anybody be you. So accept yourself for your weaknesses and your strengths. I've been reading a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and I'll be putting that link in my blog so anybody can read that also. And it's talking about how we can like ourselves. And that's really important to happiness and fulfillment in life, is to accept ourselves as the children of God we are. God never made junk. That's something to remember. Number 9, forgiveness. Hello, Nicole. Glad you could be here tonight. So number 9 for living a happier life is forgiving people. Forgiving yourself as well as other people. Forgiveness is a gift to yourself. And so I was molested as a child, and I've been able to forgive my molester. And it was a gift to myself, because not forgiving somebody, it's like a burden that you're carrying for a very long time. It's time to let go of that burden and give it to the Savior, and to be able to let go of it. To be able to forgive that person is a true gift to yourself. Number 10, laughter. Now again, the brain doesn't know whether or not you're truly laughing because you're happy or if you're faking laughing. It's the exact same chemicals put off in your brain. Your brain doesn't know. There's such a thing as laughter yoga, and I love it. It's where you laugh. It reminds me of that song in Mary Poppins, I Love to Laugh. Her uncle flies up to the sky because he's laughing so much, and everybody else starts laughing, and everybody flies up to the sky. Laughter is medicine. And there's actually been research done by doctors where people have been prescribed back in the 1700s to laugh every day and be shown some kind of comedy or some type of comic book or some type of story that would make them laugh. And that was part of the prescription, because the doctors realized that when somebody was laughing, the endorphins that got rid of pain existed in the body. As early as the 1700s and even earlier, they found that out, which is pretty cool. So number 11, joyful activities. Write down 5 to 10 activities that you find joyful. So, and it doesn't matter if they're for little kids or for adults. Doesn't matter. Like trampoline. I love going trampolining. It's so fun, my heck. Go do it. It doesn't matter how old people are that do it. Just have fun. And so write down 5 to 10 things that make you happy, joyful, and choose one of the things to do and enjoy yourself. Number 12, social interactions. Again, write down 10 ways that you could be more socially active with people. And once you've written that down, choose one of them to do. So think of a reading group, a book group, or going to the library and meeting new people at a crocheting group, or going to church at a church activity, or taking a class at a college. Any of those things would work to be able to meet new friends and people. So that's another thing. To be able to live a happier life is to have more social interaction with people. Number 12, nature. Write 5 to 10 ways that you can get back in touch with nature. Research has shown that when people are more in touch with nature, they're happier. So write down 5 to 10 things, and every day do at least one thing. Now it can be as simple as walking out on the front stoop and taking a deep breath and enjoying the air that's around you. I love just stepping out on the front stoop and just breathing deeply. I love taking walks with the dog. I like going to the park that's near the library. I like going to Lake Tahoe. It's absolutely gorgeous there. It's one of my favorite places to go. But if I can't get there, there's other places. There's the soccer field to walk around. There's just the trees to be near. So be close to nature at least once a day. Number 14, simplicity. Write down 10 ways that you think you can simplify your life, because the simpler, the better. It's less stressful, less anxiety. So write down 10 ways and choose one of them to work on to become more simplistic in your life. Number 15, boundaries. Realize what you want and what you will not accept in your life, and that includes people and behavior from people. So boundaries are very important in being happy, because if you're accepting behavior or people that are doing inappropriate things in your life, then you're not happy. Number 16, spontaneity. Hello, Danielle. Glad you could be here tonight. Spontaneity is number 16 in having a happier life. And you can choose, write down things that you would want to do spontaneously, and or just don't go do them. Such as, one of the things that I've seen some people do is take the grocery cart and stand on it and go rolling down the way. Just make sure that it's safe where you are. Or go skipping, or go dancing in the rain. That's spontaneity. And to be happy, you need some spontaneity to get out of the rut of the routines that you normally are in. Number 17, contribution and service. There's a scripture that says, he who loses his life gains it. I can tell you that's for sure, that when I'm in the service of other people, I forget my problems and I think of their problems instead. And I realize how grateful I am and how happy I am also. When I was in Alberta, Canada, when I was going through the homesickness, I created a motto for myself: look up and look out. Look up out of the dark hole of depression, up to God and to prayer, and look out for other people who may need service. And that helped me a great deal to become happier during that time. Number 18, nutrition. This is a very important one. When I was in Alberta, now I didn't think of nutrition as a part of being happy. However, when the body is missing certain nutrients, it can't be happy, because the stomach is bothering you, or the muscles are bothering you, or something's just not right. When the chemistry is wrong in your body, it affects your brain, which is where we have happiness. That's where our happiness comes from, is from our brain, and the chemistry's there. And so when I was in Alberta dealing with some homesickness, I went there 2 years after we were married, and my gram was real sick, and I didn't know whether or not I'd ever see my gram again in this life, which I didn't. And because of it, I was very sad and depressed. And thankfully, my sister-in-law, Edith Jarvis, Heidi, shout out to her, she realized what was happening, and she suggested me taking some nutrients called Hardy's nutrients. They're vitamins packed full of incredible things that once I started taking them, I noticed how things seemed a lot easier for me, and I started to feel happier again, and I felt less anxious, less depressed. It was amazing. I used to call them my happy pills, my happy vitamins. They're non-prescriptive, and they can be bought online, and my husband actually sells them. But again, it's Hardy Nutrients, and it's the company called Hardy. And there's been a lot of research into nutrients and how it affects the brain chemistry and how it affects happiness. So I'll be putting a link down of that research, as well as a link to that nutrient too, if it's something that you're interested in. Number 19, rest. I remember one of my favorite parts of Gone with the Wind is where Scarlett says, "I'll think about it tomorrow." Everybody, when you get tired and you can't get enough rest, everything seems worse than it is. So when we can get rest, the appropriate amount, 6 to 8 hours a night, is when we can deal with things and have a better perspective on things. So rest is important for having a happier life. Number 20, positive people. Be around positive people. Get rid of the toxic people in your life. If it's family members, stay away from them for a while. If it's social media, unfollow them, unfriend them. It's okay. And it's for your good, for your health, for your mental health, to be able to take care of yourself, to get rid of these toxic people. I've had to do it a couple of times. No, it's not fun to do it. However, once those people are out of your life, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel a weight lifted off, and you're going to be happier. Number 21, exercise. Research shows just 10 minutes during the day, if you just take 10 minutes to exercise, it increases your endorphins, it increases your all those great chemicals that make you happy. Number 21, take the time to smell the roses. Take some time for yourself. Slow down, relax, enjoy the day. A couple of weeks ago it snowed here, and because it did, I had to drive really, really slow because people don't know how to drive in the snow around here. And but you know what? I enjoyed it because I was driving slow. I couldn't drive any faster, so I enjoyed it. I watched the pretty snow fall down. I listened to the crunching of the snow, and by the time I got to work, I felt happy and relaxed. Number 23, learn how to be resilient. And I'll have some videos down and a link to an article about resiliency and how to build yourself up to become better resilience. Number 24, prayer. That's a really important one for me. Some people like to meditate. I like to pray. And praying because who else knows you better and who else can give you more peace? And that's why I pray. Number 25, self-love. Or self-care. Now, self-care, I used to think it was selfish to take care of myself until I realized that when I take care of myself, I can take care of other people better. So self-care is a real important one. So make sure that you're brushing your teeth. I know that sounds silly, but sometimes we are so busy during the day we don't take care of ourselves. And when we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of other people. We need to fill up our cup before we can fill up anybody else's cup. So brush your teeth, wash your face, put makeup on, put a necklace on if you got to, if it makes you feel good, dress up, do what you need to do. So recently I came across this product called a Luma Spa, and it's so awesome. You click it once and the head starts rotating and you put it on your skin. So it's something that I've recently invested in to be able to make my skin feel better. For many years my skin's been very dry and uncomfortable, and so I've been using this and my skin feels incredible. It feels so nice and soft and smooth, and I'm excited about that. But again, self-care. So thanks so much for watching tonight about how to have a happier life. And I hope you can take some of these ideas and use them. And again, below will be the link to my blog, which will have all kinds of goodies in there. It'll have links to videos and different articles about being happy, and the challenge too, the 21-day challenge of being happier. If anybody takes that challenge, please tell me and tell me how it goes. Well, I hope you all have a great day, and goodbye from Reno, Nevada. Bye.